It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we're coming to you from Studio E at the WNCT in Eastern North Carolina CW Studios in Greenville. Now we have come off the road. We did a lot of on-location stuff throughout the course of this year, but with everything going on, we thought it was in the best interest to just stay at home, our home base, just like you. We hope that you're staying at home, taking care of yourself, and we're doing the same thing here. So we have a big show in store for you today, a lot of stuff to cover, and it's going to be a good time. We're also going to continue our nostalgic trek back in time, looking at some of the past episodes that we've done as we approach our 150th episode of the East Daily Download. And speaking of 150 episodes, so say maybe you're new to the show and tuning in for the first time right now and you want to check out what the show's about, I got great news for you. There's two ways you can do that really easily. One, the WNCT mobile app, available for free at the Google Play and the App Store. You download it. Not only do you get all your great WNCT local news and your first alert weather, but there's a link right there on the page. Click on it and you can watch this or any episode of the East Daily Download. One other way is the WNCT.com website. Another great resource for local news and information. Everything you need to know going on in the world and in your local community is right there, as well, again, as Jerry Jackson and the First Alert Weather Team's forecast and all the weather information you need. So great stuff. But on that, there's a download tab. If you click on that, you can watch this or any episode from the past, going all the way back to when we started in August of 2019. So all that said, we got a lot of stuff for you on those sites. So check that out, watch the past episodes. We're gonna, like I said, kind of shuttle through some of the past memories for the next couple of days so you can go back and check some episodes out. But in the meantime, why don't we get things started? Oh, quick reminder, we have a Q&A with Angie Casada coming up a little bit later in the episode, just to plug, just to keep you in place until we get to that. But for right now, why don't you check this story out, and we'll see you in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
Now downloading Weather School.
Our weather kid this week is Pearson. He's in the 6th grade, but already knows what he wants out of life.
I want to work for NASA.
Okay.
I want to work as a space engineer. I want to work for building rovers with Mars, and there's a lot of things that I want to do. I also want to be an astrophysicist to help kind of come up with ways to get rockets to Mars.
Pearson also enjoys the outdoors. He's really into scouts, and he enjoys competing in mountain bike competitions.
There's special bikes, and there's different styles of riding. They have cross-country, endurance. They have dirt jumping, which is just you jump off the giant dirt mounds.
Pearson may like being outdoors, but he prefers cold weather.
I just spent a lot of time in it in Alaska, and it was just generally getting used to it, and then it was also being able to do a lot more things we can't do here.
What impressed me most about Pearson was his skill on the weather wall. He was well organized, calm, and professional.
PM, you're going to have that rain hitting Greenville, and right around Thursday, that cold front is going to hit Greenville, and it's going to bring, like I said, rain and thunderstorms.
It was a real treat getting to know Pearson. We welcome him to our Weather Kids family. Now, if your child would like to become a WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kid, send me an email to jjackson@WNCT.com. I'll explain how everything works. For the WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kids, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. Weather Kids is designed to give kids something that I think a lot of them instinctively want to do. They are curious what it would be like to be on television. They're curious what it's like to be a weather person, to track weather.
A cold front came in earlier today. In the middle, it gets really quiet.
So they get a chance to try out the green screen. They get a chance to do a little weather forecasting. It's so interesting when you do it because every personality we get in here is unique.
Now downloading Wacky Wednesday.
And my dad, who's a consumer reporter, did a story about whether infomercial products worked, and he got the Flow-B and actually used it to cut his own hair and ended up using it. No longer went to see his barber anymore, and cut his own hair from home with the vacuum cleaner for years. And I did it in college because I had no money. Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is...
Is your mic on?
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it and hope your day's off to a great start. We are here in Studio E at the Eastern North Carolina CW and WNCT studios. We're just coming off the road. We're taking it easy. We're sticking to home base for a while. And we're kind of going over the history of this show and kind of reflecting on some of our favorite episodes, some of the fun that we've had doing this. And one of those things was National Name Your Car Day, which we would look at the calendar of national holidays, and I don't mean like Christmas, I mean like the kind of odd, bizarre, off the norm kind of holidays. And we had National Name Your Car Day, and we were very confused about what to do with that and how to kind of promote it and celebrate it and what to do during the episode. But we talked about it for a while and came up with an idea. And what we did was we basically took our production vehicle that we use for the show and our commercial production and turned it into ED, East Daily Download. Now Bryce is running the camera right now, and Bryce was in that episode with me, and kind of when she had the car that she had named. What was the name of your car? Do you remember?
The name of my car, I think I named it Chet.
It was Chet. Yes, it was Chet.
Don't ask me where I got that name. I'm really not sure, but
See,
I just...
Bryce goes into like method acting, Daniel Day-Lewis mode when she starts, and you don't see Bryce anymore when you look at her. She is gone,
it's
and
true.
The actor is there in place. And so I had a lot, if you go back and look at it, you will notice on my face, if you study it, I have a lot of trouble not laughing because she is so in character.
I'm proud of that.
What's that?
I'm proud of that.
But I am not in character. I'm just talking, and I'm talking to her, and I had so much trouble keeping a straight face because she was so zoned in with Chet, and you got to name your car. And so at the very end, she pops into the car and she says, "I got." You remember what you were like? You got the name for the car, and I'm like, "What is it?"
Yep, Ed.
And I said, "Why is it Ed?"
Eastern North Carolina, the East Daily Download.
Yeah, there it was. And so then we kind of drove off at the end. So it was a, you know, if you watch the show from the beginning, we started off very serious and then kind of devolved into being very goofy, and have kind of since found a middle ground where we have goofy fun and we get serious. We do a lot of different things now, but that was one of our really first early kind of bizarre, kind of goofy episodes. So I'm sure you're going to see a clip of that here. Okay, so that was a good time. You know what else is a good time? This next story. Check it out. We'll see you in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
You may kiss your beautiful bride.
One look. You see the bride in her white tulle wedding dress. The groom posing in his brand new suit. But look a little closer, and you see this isn't the typical wedding.
We got our marriage license one day before they stopped issuing them, and then she picked up her dress 6 hours before they closed down that whole county.
Daphne and Chris Goujon had their wedding date set.
April 11th.
Their venue picked out.
At a venue near us.
Until their plans came to a screeching halt.
It became obvious that people were probably going to not travel if it was optional. And then it didn't really matter because our venue had closed at that point anyway.
They had planned for 60 people to attend, but on March 27th, 2020, their plans changed.
We wanted to do something where we could just spread some joy and happiness to our family and all of our friends.
He came up with the idea to do it on Facebook Live so our friends and family could see, and it took off.
Now, upwards of 2,800 people have seen their love story unfold through Facebook.
I now proudly pronounce you husband and wife.
Everything Daphne wished for as a little girl.
I still got to wear the dress. We got to have the decorations.
But with an unexpected twist.
We didn't really want people to have to choose between coming to our wedding and their own health and safety.
Starting their days as a married couple.
2 days? 3 days? Today's day 3.
Working together through tough times.
And we're glad you all got to be a part of it. And
giving them a great foundation for their marriage.
What are online originals? Local stories.
A grant is allowing Duplin County to continue helping senior citizens.
Local documentaries.
Here today at the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. They've just finished their expansion.
Special features.
I certainly need some help with my skills on archery.
Behind the scenes.
From tap rooms to retail to fitness.
Everything you need at your fingertips. WNCT.com online originals. The East Daily Download wants to hear from you. Send us your pictures and your viral videos, and don't forget to ask a question for Angie Cazada's Q&A with AQ. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag East Daily Download.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start, and thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate it. Now, we are kind of reflecting back on the past of this show and our nostalgia trip as we head towards our 150th episode. And one of the episodes that we did not terribly long ago was our Survivor episode. I am a huge Survivor nerd. Love Survivor. We have hold on just a second. We have Jeff Probst in studio here, our cutout of him, and we kind of debuted that during the episode where we had John, Lauren, and Bryce, who's behind the camera right now, all competing for the East Daily Download Ultimate Survivor. And at the end of it, we kind of pointed out that the ultimate winners are viewers, and we love you guys and appreciate you guys. But yeah, so we had this whole thing, and we played it out over the course of the whole episode. And yeah, here's the East Daily Download viewers. You guys rock, and that is true. So we had a lot of fun with that, although I think Lauren and John and Bryce were all a little bit confused as to where I was going with the episode. Would that be a fair assessment, Bryce?
That was definitely fair. I mean, I think we were all a little disappointed that there wasn't $1 million at the end of it all. But I mean, you know. Listen,
I couldn't do that. I didn't have that. That wasn't in the budget. So.
I understand.
But Lauren kept asking throughout the course of the show, you know, am I going to be the winner? Am I going to be the winner? I got to be the winner. Oh, and at the end, because I knew that she was going to go that direction with it, we made Bryce the winner of the people sitting on the couch.
That's right.
And she didn't know. No one knew who was going to be voted the ultimate winner at the end, so that made it a little bit more fun. We knew it couldn't be John, though. That was a definitive. We even had cards like, and if you haven't watched, John plays the role of, I don't want to say the villain, because that's maybe a little too strong, but at times John will play the role of kind of the foil for us on the show. Comedically when we're funny with something. See, like not John. That was what somebody voted. Anyway, okay. Let's get back to the show right now. We've had our fun walk down the aisle. And don't forget, real quick, Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock on WNCT, CBS, you can watch Survivor Winners at War, which is a great season so far. Really excited about how this is developing. So just a quick plug for the episode tonight. Don't forget. Okay. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, CBS, WNCT. Watch Survivor Winners at War. Anything else about that, Bryce? Are we good?
I think we're good.
Okay. So let's get back to the show. Enjoy this next story. We'll see you in a little bit.
Frost injury can cause major damage to strawberry plants, especially open bloom, but also to unopened buds if it's cold enough. But luckily, farmers have winterized their plants to ensure a healthy and plentiful season of strawberries. A new economic impact report commissioned by the North Carolina Pork Council states that pig production, processing, and rendering contributes $5.9 billion in direct sales and $10 billion in economic impact in North Carolina every year. The major cause of water quality problems in North Carolina is non-point source pollution. In many places, damage to our water resources comes from soil erosion, excessive fertilizer use, animal waste contamination, and improper use of agriculture chemicals. The North Carolina Agriculture Cost Share Program helps address non-point pollution by providing technical and financial resources. Last week, the Foundation for Health Leadership and Innovation hosted the Rural Health Symposium. This multidisciplinary conference focused on innovative and collaborative efforts to provide better care to areas with limited resources, exploring community, business, and leadership models. And to finish this week's Farm Report, here's an Eastern North Carolina farm fact. Greene County harvested just under 8,000 acres of tobacco, producing 17 million pounds. The county also produced 3.3 million broiler chickens. For the Eastern North Carolina Farm Report, I'm Katie Augustine.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show!
Kelly Clarkson is daytime television's newest superstar. Engaging with natural enthusiasm.
You know what I love about you? You have no chill. No. I have no filter, clearly.
Completely genuine.
It's just a really important thing that you know that she's working so hard.
She's giving the people what they want.
The gang is back together, y'all. It's an American Idol reunion. What was your favorite moment?
You came in and said, I was like, yo, she's fire right there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're lying, I'll take it.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
Kelly?
It rocks.
That was a lot of confetti.
Weekdays at 3 on WNCT-9 on your side.
More and more people are turning on the TV or going on the web for news on the virus. But experts here in the East say the less news that your younger children are consuming, the better.
These are just uncharted waters.
Adults have their own fears when it comes to COVID-19.
There's not a tried and true way to maneuver through these times.
Kids, they're no different.
Some children may be feeling anxious or scared or sad, but don't know how to express that or don't have a way to express that.
Helping your kids get those emotions out is key.
Parents need to talk to their children and ask them how they're feeling. They could maybe even read a story to them about feelings to help kind of open up that dialogue.
Keeping them away from news sources, focusing on other things can help ease those fears.
Small bites of information would be easier for them to process and understand, and allowing a child to ask the parent when they want more.
Knowing what's coming next in the day can help you and your kids feel like you're in control.
Having a routine is going to keep your child feeling more secure. You want to make sure you schedule breaks from schoolwork and times to move around and be active, times to go outside.
Above all else, Reese says parents should keep it real and cut themselves some slack.
Do the best they can. If they don't have a good day, try again the next day. And, to keep everything positive with children.
Reese also says it's important for parents to take time for themselves. They should keep up contact with other adults like friends and family just by picking up the phone. In Greenville, Madison Forsey, 9 on your side.
Hey everyone, good morning all you hungry people. These questions are all about food. I love it, but let's get right to it. You guys are watching Q&A with AQ, where you, the viewers, get to send in some great questions, even when it's about food, and I get to answer them. So let's get right to it. The first question: when you go out to eat, would you rather have an appetizer or a dessert? Ooh, that's a hard one. Depends on how hungry I am. If I'm like starving, I usually go for an app first. I love spinach and artichoke dip. That's like my weakness. But I love me a good, chocolate cake with ice cream and nuts and caramel. So it just depends where I'm at that day, but I definitely love a good appetizer. Dessert doesn't hurt either, right? If you're definitely trying to go all out. What is your favorite fast food restaurant? Ooh, that is hard. Favorite fast food restaurant has to be, at least here in ENC, I'm gonna have to go with, what's that place called? Ninja Hibachi. Ninja Hibachi is bomb. You could go through the drive-thru. They got this cracked chicken. It's called cracked chicken. It's spicy, but it's phenomenal. You get that with some brown rice and some white sauce and broccoli. It's perfect. Next question. What is your favorite meal to cook? Ooh, I love making, chicken, okay, chicken breasts. You put in some egg, you put it on the Italian herbs, seasoning, breadcrumbs, and then you fry it. Bomb. It's like a chicken cutlet breast fried bootleg Parmesan kind of thing without the cheese. I don't know what I just said, but it's a breaded Italian breadcrumb crusted chicken breast and mashed potatoes and broccoli or some garlic string beans. That's what I like cooking. That's probably my favorite. But thank you so much for keeping up with me. I don't know if that made all sense this morning, but listen, if you have questions, send them to download at WNCT.com. I'll love to answer them. Again, I'm Angie Casada with East Daily Download.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download here on Eastern North Carolina CW, or on WNCT.com under the Download tab, or on the WNCT mobile app, depending on how you're watching. Any way you watch, we appreciate it, and we're very thankful for you tuning in, checking out this show. Again, we're heading towards our 150th episode. We're doing a little celebrating, looking back. Tomorrow we'll continue that, so don't forget to come back then. We are on at 7 a.m. on Eastern North Carolina CW. And we'd love to see you. And hey, one quick reminder, one of the things that we'd love to see is any like viral videos that you have, any kind of fun stuff or pictures for our Wacky Wednesday segment that we do. You can send them to any videos or pictures you can send to download at WNCT.com, or you can always use the East Daily Download hashtag on social media as well. We'd love, especially in this time right now when we're kind of separated from each other, to share stuff. It'd be great. Okay. That's going to do it for today. Stay safe out there. Be careful, everybody. And we will see you back here on the next episode of the East Daily Download. Bye.
When we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we meet up with our friends at the Down East Wood Ducks. We meet our featured pet in this week's Pet Visit. We'll take a look at another unique wedding ceremony. And since it's Thursday, a loving home is coming your way. We'll see you on the next edition of the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.